Your washing machine is making your clothes dirtier. Not a little dirtier, measurably, scientifically dirtier. And the more often you wash on hot, the worse it gets. You run a hot wash because you think it cleans the drum. That is exactly backwards. Hot water activates the biofilm, the invisible layer of bacteria, detergent residue, and dead skin cells coating the inside of your drum right now. It loosens it just enough to suspend it in the water, and then your clothes sit in that water for 45 minutes. The shirt you pulled out this morning smelling fresh, it went in clean and came out coated in a microscopic layer of everything everyone in your house has ever washed. You just cannot smell it yet. Give it 2 hours. In Japan, washing machine technicians have a name for what I just described. They call it yogore no junkan, the dirt cycle. A loop where the machine that is supposed to clean things becomes a thing contaminating them, and for decades, Japanese appliance engineers have used a 12-minute reset method to break that cycle completely. No special products, nothing you need to order. Everything you need is already in your kitchen. By the end of this video, your drum will be cleaner than the day it left the factory, and your clothes will smell different tomorrow. Genuinely different, in a way no detergent has ever managed. I want to tell you about a repair technician in Nagoya named Kenji Mori. Kenji has been servicing washing machines for 31 years. In that time, he has opened the drums of thousands of machines in Japanese homes, European homes, American homes. And he says the difference is immediately visible. He told an interviewer something that stuck with me. He said, "A Japanese drum smells like metal and water. A Western drum smells like the inside of a drain." He was not being cruel. He was describing what happens when a machine is used for years without ever being reset. And he said almost every breakdown he gets called to fix, the mold smell that will not go away, the clothes that come out smelling worse than they went in, the mysterious gray tint spreading across white fabrics, almost all of it traces back to one thing, a drum that was never taught how to clean itself. We are going to fix that today, but first we need to understand what is actually living inside your machine right now, because this is where it gets uncomfortable. Pull your washing machine door open and look at the rubber gasket. That thick rubber seal running around the inside of the door opening. Run your finger along the underside of it in the fold where it meets the drum. What you just touched is a biofilm colony. Biofilm is what scientists call a structured community of microorganisms encased in a self-produced matrix. In plain language, it is a layer of bacteria, mold, and fungi that have built a home inside your machine, sealed themselves inside a protective coating, and made themselves almost impossible to remove with normal washing. That fold in the gasket never fully dries. It stays warm and damp. It has a constant supply of dead skin cells and food residue from your laundry. For bacteria and mold, it is paradise. A 2019 study by researchers at the University of Bonn tested washing machines across 50 households and found that 79% of drum gaskets tested positive for bacteria, including Pseudomonas aeruginosa and multiple species of Candida yeast. These are not harmless environmental microbes. Pseudomonas is the same organism responsible for hospital infections in immunocompromised patients. It is living in the fold of rubber your clothes press against with every single wash cycle. But the gasket is only one part of the problem. The second is your detergent drawer. Pull it out completely. Most people clean the surface of the drawer. Nobody cleans the cavity it slides into. Shine a phone torch into that rectangular slot. What you see back there, that black crust coating the top and sides of the cavity, is compacted detergent residue, fabric softener, and mold that has been building since the day you bought the machine. Every time you start a wash cycle, water jets through that cavity, picks up particles of that crust, and delivers them directly into the drum with your clothes. And the third culprit, the one almost nobody addresses, is the drum bearing seal. This is an internal gasket deep inside the machine that prevents water from reaching the motor. Over time, detergent builds up on this seal and begins to break it down. The early warning sign is a faint burning rubber smell after a hot wash. Most people assume it is the motor. It is not. It is the seal telling you it is being chemically damaged by detergent buildup. Here is the central irony of the modern washing machine. The product you are using to clean your clothes, the detergent, is also slowly destroying the machine doing the cleaning. And the instructions on every detergent bottle push you to use far more product than is actually needed, which makes the buildup worse, which makes you feel like you need more detergent, which makes the buildup worse. Kenji Mori calls this the second dirt cycle, and it is exactly what the detergent industry is not interested in explaining. Now let us fix it. The Japanese drum reset has 3 stages. Each one targets a different layer of the problem. You will need white vinegar, baking soda, and a toothbrush you are willing to throw away after this. Stage 1, the gasket clean. Mix 2 tablespoons of baking soda with enough white vinegar to form a thick paste. It will fizz. That is the reaction you want. Using your toothbrush, work this paste into every fold and crevice of the rubber door gasket. Get into the underside, the part you touched earlier. Scrub in small circular motions, then let the paste sit for 15 minutes. While it sits, the acetic acid in the vinegar is breaking down the outer protective layer of the biofilm matrix. The baking soda acts as a mild abrasive, physically dislodging the colonies that have anchored themselves to the rubber. This is not a home remedy. This is basic surface chemistry, the same principle used in medical equipment decontamination. After 15 minutes, wipe the gasket down with a clean damp cloth. Rinse and wipe again. The color of the cloth after the first wipe will tell you everything. Most people are shocked. Stage 2, the drawer flush. Remove the detergent drawer entirely. Most drawers release by pressing a small tab inside the softener compartment while pulling the drawer forward. Take the drawer to the sink and run the hottest water your tap produces through every compartment. Use your toothbrush to scrub the underside and the back panel where the residue builds up thickest. Now focus on the cavity. Take a clean cloth soaked in undiluted white vinegar and wipe down every surface inside the drawer slot, the top, both sides, and the back wall. Let the vinegar sit for 5 minutes, then wipe again with a damp cloth. The difference in smell alone will be immediate. That faintly sour damp odor that has been coming out of your machine, it lives in the cavity. You just removed it. Stage 3, the drum reset cycle. This is the core of the Japanese method and the part that Kenji Mori says almost no one in Western countries has ever heard of. Set your machine to its longest hot wash cycle, 60 degrees Celsius minimum. Do not put any clothes in. Do not put any detergent in. Instead, pour 2 cups of white vinegar directly into the drum. Close the door and start the cycle. Let it run for exactly 12 minutes. Then pause the cycle. Leave the machine sitting with the hot vinegar water inside the drum for 30 minutes without running. This is the soak phase. Japanese technicians call it nuru nuru otoshi, roughly translated as slippery removal. The vinegar water needs time to penetrate the detergent residue coating the drum walls, the inner barrel, and the bearing seal. Running the cycle straight through to completion does not give it that time. After 30 minutes, press play and let the cycle complete fully. When it finishes, open the door and add half a cup of baking soda directly into the drum. Run a second short hot cycle. 30 minutes is enough. The baking soda second pass neutralizes any remaining vinegar and eliminates the acetic acid that could, over time, affect rubber components if left in the machine. When the second cycle finishes, leave the door wide open and let the drum air dry completely. In Japan, leaving the washing machine door slightly ajar after every single wash is standard practice, not just after a cleaning cycle. The airflow prevents the drum from becoming the warm, damp, sealed environment that mold requires. That is the reset. 2 cycles, 2 cups of vinegar, half a cup of baking soda, and the 12-minute pause that nobody in the instruction manual ever told you about. Now, here's how you make sure you never need to do a deep reset again. 4 habits. Each one takes less than 30 seconds. First, the door habit. After every single wash cycle, leave the door open for at least 2 hours. This alone eliminates the conditions mold needs to survive. It does not grow in your machine. It grows in a sealed, warm, damp machine. Remove one of those 3 conditions and the mold has nowhere to live. Second, the drawer habit. Once a week, pull the detergent drawer out halfway and leave it open for 30 minutes after washing. Airflow prevents buildup. You will never need to scrub it again the way you did today. Third, the detergent rule. Japanese washing machine technicians recommend using half the detergent dose recommended on the bottle. Not 10% less, half. Modern high-efficiency machines require far less detergent than packaging suggests. The excess never dissolves fully and becomes the residue feeding your biofilm. Half the detergent, the same clean result, and a machine that stays clear for years. Fourth, the monthly vinegar cycle. Once per month, run 1 hot empty cycle with 2 cups of white vinegar poured directly into the drum. No pause required, just a straight run through. This is maintenance, not the deep reset. It keeps the residue from building back up before it ever becomes visible. Now, back to Kenji Mori. He says he has been called to fix machines that were less than 3 years old. Machines the owners were ready to throw away because the smell had become unbearable and the clothes were coming out worse than they went in. In every single case, the machine was not broken, it was dirty. And in every single case, after the drum reset, the smell was gone within 48 hours. The gray tint and the white fabrics cleared within 4 washes. The machine the owner was ready to discard ran perfectly for another decade. A bottle of white vinegar cost less than $2. A box of baking soda cost $1. The method that the detergent industry never put in the instructions, and that a 31-year technician in Nagoya has been quietly using on machines across 2 continents, costs you less than $3 and 12 minutes of patience. Your machine is not broken, it just needs to be taught how to clean itself. If you opened that door and ran your finger along the gasket during this video, and if what you found there surprised you, that is exactly why this channel exists. Every week, we cover the Japanese methods that solve the household problems everyone has and nobody talks about. Subscribe, and you will never have to find this out the hard way again. The same detergent buildup destroying your drum is doing something even worse inside your dishwasher. The Japanese fix for that takes 8 minutes and uses the same 2 ingredients. That video is on screen right now, right?